Hi everybody, Jo here again. Thanks so much for popping in. Now today I thought I'd make a birthday card. Now as always I've decorated the back of the card and got some lovely stamping with permanent ink on the envelope so it all matches. So we've got that lovely cohesive design. And I'm going to start with the circle mask and we're going to come in with Bermuda. Always in the lid, look. And then we'll just gently, sort of circular motions, just to give me an idea. And almost some gentle colour behind. And when I take the mask away, I'll pick some ink up off the lid and just fuzzy that edge there. Right, happy with that. So that was Bermuda in the elements. Now I'm going to stamp the moss flowers, and this is a lovely set of 4. But what I've made is I've made myself some masks, look. And I just keep them on the acetate on the back of where my stamps are. And just to show you, to make these, I use our lovely masking sheets. And if I just show you, you stamp on the tissue side. And don't worry, I'm not going to do them all. We've got plenty. I just want to show you. Stamp up on the tissue, cut that out, and then you peel it off. It's the tissue part we use. So what I'm going to do is I've got 2 flowers and I'm just going to stamp the larger one first, and this is with Bally Blue. So I'm going to use a range of my VersaFine Clairs. We've got such lovely colours. It's nice to use them. So I'm going to pop one sort of here. Look at that colour, beautiful. And I just want to slightly offset that look. Now I've got my masks for these, look, and I know I often get asked how many times can you use these masks. Well, you'll be able to see by the fact that there's different colours on here. I must have used these about 5 or 6 times already. So I reckon at least half a dozen times. But these are so intricate, and the hardest bit is just getting it perfect, but we'll go for ish. We're definitely going for an ish today. That's good enough for me. That's an ish. Right, and I'll get this other one. I say it's just so useful, saves once you've cut them out. And I know some of you don't like you cutting out, I get that, but so either find a friend to do it for you, but once you've cut them out you'll be able to use them again and again. So what this means is I can now stamp the smaller flower and I can pop it here so it looks behind. And I'm going to stamp another one of these going up this side here. And then we're going to have one more over here. And again, I'm just using that as a guide there. This sort of circle. And then we'll have one more, but I want a larger. I don't want this to be symmetrical. So this gap here, I want to make it larger. So we'll stamp this one over here, so it almost gives that lovely shape. Excuse me. So we'll give that a wipe and pop that stamp back on the acetate. Now I've got my little ones cut out, so again I'm just going to peel these and stick them on. And if you want to fast forward me at this point, by all means do. It is worth doing this because it does mean that I can then stamp directly over the top and the foliage will appear that it's behind. And you will probably take a bit longer lining it up. I'm conscious of keeping you. But at least I've cut them out already and you don't have to watch me cut out. So how are you keeping anyway? I hope you're keeping well. And how's the weather where you are? because I know we have lots of lovely friends and followers in different parts of the world. Some of you going into spring, aren't you? Because we're autumn, heading off for winter. Not good. So what I'm going to do is come in now with, we've got this lovely woodland fern, and I'm going to use avocado. So it's a good time to look at all your smaller stamps and also all your lovely colours. And we're just going to stamp this. As I say, because these are masked, look, I can stamp first, second, third generation. You know, this is my almost, I'm pretending to be a florist. I love flowers. Mind you, I love my garden. And we'll just have, if you've got a larger stamp, just watch at this end. Watch it doesn't come, you know, if you do this, think of this end. So obviously, I'm just going to turn my card a bit here. And what I like to do is stamp the fern so it gives that end shape. So we'll have some coming out from this flower here. And I just like the second and third generation. I think it gives a nice contrasting colour, but also you've got that ink on your stamp, haven't you? You might as well use it. And I think we'll just have one more little cluster, I think, coming this way here. Maybe just one little one there. And then I think I'll stop, but I can always come back and add some more later. So I think we'll just have that there. But we'll keep that, I'll put that to one side, because I'm going to come in now with, we've got a stamp set, the flower collection, and it's got 4 stamps on. One's this solid flower. You've got these 2 that I'm not actually using today, but also you've got another one that we're going to use in a minute, a lovely, lovely set, very useful. And we're going to use lilac bloom for this. I just want to add a little bit of contrasting colour. So we'll come in and we'll just stamp that one there. And then, as I say, in the bigger space here, we're going to stamp 2, just so it's not symmetrical. I think we'll have one there. It's just such fun to do this. And again, if Mr. Mojo's gone and you want something a bit fun, yeah, I'm going to stop there. I don't want to... And the thing with this is to keep stopping and looking, and you can always come back. I was going to put another one there, but I'm going to stop and wait. What I am going to introduce is this one here from, we've got this lovely foliage set. Again, 4. Now, we use this dangly one a lot. So these are the little sets that you'll be surprised how much you use them. Now this one, I don't really want the long stem, so I'm just going to give that a bit of a wipe, and I'm going to, again, shape my design. Oh, and this colour, spruce. Not really used spruce much, but I used it at the Halaganza, and I have to say I was like, oh, that's a lovely deep colour, when you just need a good contrast. Again, just cleaning that. So I'm going to work on this area because this is the main focal point of this design. And I'm just going to almost come all the way around. And then have a look. So you see how we framed that. So let's frame this little bit. And also we can frame that one. And then just at the top, and we need something here. So I'm thinking if we just come in there. I love the way that's building up. And remember, we will be taking these off. So in now with the one we said we were going to use, the second one from the flower collection. And I'm going for a nice light colour here, and this is Arctic, because I just want a little bit in the background. And I'm just going to go, I don't want the whole of the stamp because it's quite a large stamp, look. And when I ink up, I just want to catch the edge. And just here, look. So can you see there are areas where we just need a little something, but not too much. Oh, nearly dropped it then. That would have been interesting, wouldn't it? So here, look, I need something. So again, if I just come in, and this can be used to get the shape of your design. So again, going down here, we need that shape. So if I look at the outside, and again, just inking up, this is why I've gone for a nice light colour. And I'm just using the edge. I just need one up here. Don't want to overcook it. But here, look, we've got a space, haven't we? So if I turn that round. Now, if you're worried about just inking up the edge, just again, inky binky and clean that bit of the stamp. And I think we just need a tiny touch at the end there. But I'm thinking if we bring it round the bottom, because I like that to be my leading angle. Yeah, happy with that. Don't want to overdo it. So I'm going to give that a blot, because again, it's a slow drying ink. Because what I just want to do, just before we take our masking sheet off, I want to bring in a little bit of truffle. And I've got my small brush here. And I'm using the lid as my mixing palette. And on these masking sheets, I'm just going to come in and add a little bit of brown just around them. And you'll be amazed the difference this makes. And if you flick your brush outwards, it's quite funny because it actually helps the masking sheet stick. But you won't go underneath. So try and go round each one, look. You're almost flicking them down. And it'll fill this little bit of space in the middle. Just adds a bit of extra depth and also a little bit of shadowing underneath our main flowers. And it will put everything else we've done into the background more. You'll be amazed when we take off the masking sheet. But do make sure you do them all. Double check before you take them off. Right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, all done. So that was truffle. And now we just peel these off and stick them back on the acetate. And I think this bit's lovely. Really pops. Look at that. And again, they'll be there ready to use next time I need them. So I'm just going to stamp the sentiment, and I've got the birthday wishes. And I think we'll use the spruce again. And this is from the Heartfelt Verses. So I'll just pop that straight. And we'll pop that there. Lovely. Now, I mean, we could leave it like that, but let's just add a little bit of colour. You see how the brown really makes those flowers pop? Now, as I say, you could leave them like that, but I just want to introduce a little bit more colour. And I treated myself at the Halaganza to a blue Wink of Stella. And it is such a fabulous colour. And I've got a clear here. And what I'm going to do is pick a little bit of the blue up on my clear. And just add some colour to these flowers. And I'm going to do that on each of the flowers. There's a lot of detail in these flowers. And I'm just going to drag that colour around. Now you could use your colouring pencils if you wish, but I just fancied using this beautiful blue. And when I've done that, look, what I can do is come back in and just add a little bit of blue in the middle and gently drag that out. But you see how it deepens the centre of the flower? And as it dries, you'll get more sparkle. And you can just play around with how much colour you want. And you see how it drags out. And don't worry about your clear, because your clear will go back to being clear. Just like when we do the wink of colouring. So I'll add a little bit across first, just to take that whiteness off. Just drag that with the clear. And then add some more blue in the middle. And then just drag that colour up. And again, it will move. Obviously, it's not watercolour card, but it still moves on this beautiful card blank. Now, I know some of you are nervous about doing things straight on your card blanks, but do you know what? I think once you've done it, you'll be so pleased with the results. And it's just having the confidence and just enjoy what you're creating. I love this. I love this way of working. And this blue, honestly, I know the camera won't pick it up, but it just is the most glorious colour. And I'm doing this one slightly deeper because, again, not all flowers are the same tone, are they? It's nice to have some a bit lighter and some a bit darker, some with more white, some with more blue. So let's really intensify that colour and then just drag that a little. Look, I just think they are beautiful. Now, I'm just going to add a little bit more, I think, to this one. Just blend that out a little. Does dry a bit paler. Right, happy with that. So, that's my clear one. Just give it a bit of a... There we go. Get rid of the blue. If all else fails, just use your Inky Binky and wipe that nib and it'll be as good as new. Look, back to clear. So, lid on there. Couple of little finishing tricks, and first of all I'm going to put some of the Stardust stickles. So I'll just get rid of that copy of paper. Now, as you know, for me, stickles can be a bit rude. It can spit. See, it's done it on purpose. Did you hear that? So I'm just going to pop a little bit on my mat, and I've got an empty Wink of Stella, my first one that was empty, and this I just use for my stickles. And I'm just going to dab it, paint it on, because I just want it on where we've got that lovely dark green foliage. I'm not going to put it everywhere, just on the dark green. One there I missed. And what I like is, because I paint it on, I can get it exactly where I want it. It won't spit at my work. It'll dry quicker because it's not as thick. But the best thing, it will last longer. And as I'm thrifty, I like things to last as long as possible. And that just adds another dimension with my sparkle. I'll clean that up. And then to some Posca. So today I'm going to use white and yellow sparkle. So shake. And I started doing this. I like to add 2 colours to my splatters. So I want the white because it will show up well. But I don't want it to look like snow. I want it to be magical splatters. So over the top, I'm going to put my yellow sparkle. Again, give that a good shake and just tap it with your brush just on this bit here. And I'm directing it. And we're just following the pattern round, look. And just coming onto that white card. Just round the edge of that lovely floral design. Now, if you've got any little marks, you know, sometimes you get them on your card. Honestly, put your splatters next to it and it'll just look like it's a splatter and nobody will ever know. Now, I just think that is so beautiful. But the last little thing, we're going to come in with our liquid pearls, and this is the copper pearl. Now, again, this can be a bit of a tinker, so I always just pop, there we go, just a little, have a go with it on my mat, wipe it up so I don't put my hand in it, so I know it's working well. And all we're going to do is gently squeeze down onto the card and lift straight up. So it's down, up. And we're going to just pop that right in the middle of each flower so it hardly touches the card, and the knack with this is just lift it straight up and you get that lovely peak. And there we go. Now I think that is such a lovely design, and let's see how we've done. That's the one we've just created. Now obviously these take a while to dry, so be very careful. And this is the one. So they're quite similar, aren't they? But I'm thinking, now I know I said I wasn't going to do Christmas because obviously this is birthday, but if somebody had a birthday in December, you could flowers red and you could make a Christmas version, couldn't you? I'm just saying. Also, we've got our mini flutter. I think a little butterfly on there. You see, we start doing one design and our crafty mojo and our mind just wants us to do more. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope you have a go at that design, and please tag me and I'd love to see what colour flowers are you going to do. Will it be blue? I thought I was very good because I didn't do orange. Anyway, you take care. As always, it's been lovely spending time with you. Love and hugs from me, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.